Hello to all of you, my lovely students in the ninth grade. How are you today? Welcome back to my English lessons. It's me, your English teacher, Iman Jafari at Al Farouk Academy. In our lesson today, we are going to start reading the next part of Gustav's email. It will be about pop music. So please open your student book, page 19, and let's start with. In this lesson, we are going to read the next part of the text about pop music and identify the main ideas. Define the meanings of some words and phrases in the text and answer some questions related to the text. As I told you, we are reading an email that was written by Gustav to the festival committee about the music program. In the first part, we read about Gustav's main point of view about classical music. And in our lesson today, we are going to start with page 19. It will be about pop music. And now, let's start with the first paragraph to know more about pop music. What does Gustav want us to know about pop music? Let's start reading. Some people will present pop music as being a desirable part of the program because lots of people enjoy it. It's true. Lots of people do enjoy it. A tune catches on and you hear it on the radio, on TV, on the internet, and even in the supermarket. You hear it everywhere. Then suddenly it's gone. It's only popular for a short time. Pop music has no staying power, and justifiably so. Most of it is not worth listening to more than a few times. So Gustav's main point of view here, pop music lasts for a short time. في الفقرة الأولى أو في الصفحة الأولى حكينا عن الكلاسيكال ميوزك إنها it is classical because it lasts for a long time. It stands the test of time. But here he said pop music lasts for a short time. It is popular for a short time. إذا جوستاف بديانا نفهم إنه صحيح موسيقى البوب ميوزك attract a large number of people وهي جزء مرغوب من المهرجان لكن هي تدوم لوقت قصير على العكس من الموسيقى الكلاسيكية. Some people will present pop music as being a desirable part of the program. What do you mean by desirable? Desirable means worth having or attractive part of the program. Because lots of people enjoy it. It refers to excellent pop music. It's true, lots of people do enjoy pop music. So it refers to pop music. A tune catches on. What do you mean by catch on? It means become popular. When you hear a song, okay, or pop music, a tune catches on, become popular, and you hear it in the radio, TV, on the internet, and even in the supermarket. So you hear pop music everywhere. Then suddenly, what happens? It's gone. The song will disappear. It's only popular for a short time. So pop music has no staying power. برأيه إن الموسيقى البوب music هي لا تدوم مع الوقت. And justifiably so. What do you mean by justifiably? Correctly. It's correct. Most of it not worth listening to more than a few times. يعني هو بيحكي لنا فعلا موسيقى البوب ميوزك لا تستحق أن نسمعها إلا لفترة قصيرة. So here he wants us to know that it's true that pop music is a desirable part of the program and a large number of people enjoy pop music. But you have to know that pop music lasts for a short time. على العكس من مين؟ على العكس من الكلاسيكال ميوزك اللي حكينا عنها إنها lasts for a long time. The first question. Write down some places where people hear pop music. Where do people hear pop music? They hear it on the radio, TV, on the internet, and even in the supermarket, everywhere. Number 2, Gustav said that Pop music has no staying power. What does he mean by has no staying power? It means excellent. It lasts only for a short time, or it is popular only for a short time. And now, let's start with the second paragraph to know more about pop music. People say that there are lots of great pop performers. There probably are, but that's all they are, great performers. The point is that the music has little merit. It all sounds the same. It is basically guitars and drums, and not much else. I heard a pop star being interviewed the other day. The reporter asked him how he wrote his music. He said that he couldn't even read music and did it all by ear. What will this type of performer add to the standard of the festival? So, in this paragraph, Gustav wants to tell us that some people say that we have great pop performers. They pretend to be great, but he said that they are inexperienced people and they don't know anything about music. يعني وجهة نظره لجوستاف إنه كل اللي بيأدوا موسيقى البوب ميوزك هم ناس ما عندهم خبرة وما بيفهموا إشي بالموسيقى. So he said, people say that there are lots of great pop performers. يعني كتير ناس pretend بيدعوا إنه في عنا pop performers and they are great. There probably are, maybe, but that's all they are, great performers. People pretend that they are great performers, but in Gustav's main point of view, he said, no, they aren't great. Why? The point is that the music has little merit. Pop music has little merit. What do you mean by merit? Merit means benefit. So it all sounds the same. يعني كل البوب music هي موسيقى بتشبه بعض. It's basically two instruments, guitar and drums, and not much else. يعني موسيقى البوب ميوزك هي موسيقى محصورة بالآلات. هي عبارة عن guitar and drums, and not much else. I heard a pop star being interviewed the other day. حضر مقابلة لمغني بغني موسيقى البوب ميوزك. The reporter asked him here refers to excellent, the pop star, how he wrote his music. He said that he couldn't even read music. So pop stars or pop performers don't know anything about music, and he did it all by ear. What do you mean by I wrote the music by ear? It means using natural ability to recognize the sound. So they don't understand anything about music. What will this type of performer add to the standard of the festival? So Gustav's main points of view, pop performers will not add anything to our festival. Okay? The first question. Write down some instruments that are basically used in pop music. Pop music is basically guitars, excellent, and drums. So it is basically guitars and drums. And now let's start with the last paragraph in our lesson today to know more about pop music. The point will be made that pop music will attract a larger, younger audience. It's true. The City Pop Festival attracted an average of 4,000 people. To most events, I asked the head teacher if we had a space big enough for such a large audience, and she said, no, we didn't. So in this paragraph, Gustav wants us to know that it's true that pop concerts attract a large number of people, but in Gustav's school, they don't have a space big enough for such a large audience. يعني هو بيحكي لك صحيح إنه البوب كونسرت دائما المهرجانات تبعت البوب ميوزك تجذب عدد كبير من الناس، لكن إحنا بمدرستنا ما في عنا وسع لهاي الأعداد الكبيرة من الناس. So the point will be made that pop music will attract a large younger audience. It's true. He gave us an example. The City Pop Festival attracted an average of 4,000 people. We have a large number of people who came to the City Pop Festival. I asked the head teacher. Gustav asked the head teacher, do we have a space big enough for such a large audience? And she said, no, we didn't. So the problem is, in their school, they don't have a space big enough for such a large audience. If I ask you here, the pronoun she refers to, excellent, it refers to the head teacher. The first question, in your own words, describe the audience of pop music. They are excellent, young, inexperienced, and they don't know anything about music. Number 2, according to Gustav's point of view, what is the problem of having a large audience? What is the problem of having a large audience? Suppose a large number of people come to their festival. What is the problem? Excellent. In their school, they don't have a space big enough for such a large audience. Again, they don't have a space big enough for such a large audience. Any question? Okay. Please prepare the next part of this email in order to understand more about pop music. Thank you very much for listening to me.